Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And for today's video, this will be a draw with me video. Like in the style of me being in a Discord call with you while I'm screen sharing and I'm just gonna be talking non-stop. So if you're here for that vibe, feel free to stay. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. So for today's video, I'm drawing Pangy. This was made as a 100,000 followers on Twitch celebratory fan art. I did draw this on the day he did reach 100,000 followers and I finished it on that day. So my first ever watch of Minecraft YouTuber was like LD Shy Lady and DanTDM. So I'm not gonna be talking much about Skill or Pangy in this video because to be honest, I didn't really watch them a lot. Like I literally found Pangy through mid of season 2. And mid of season 2, at the time of recording this, is not a while ago. Like all I could really say is that I've been a Pangy fan like what, a week or so. But nowadays I've been tuning into his streams like daily if I could. But I try to catch up and I watch his VODs if I can. Honestly, I found the creator SMP so fun to me because the funny thing about me is that I tried to learn Dutch at some point. For those who don't know what creator SMP is, it's so basically just hardcore Dutch SMP. And like my basic understanding of Dutch is actually not enough to understand what the heck is going on. But it's like enough for me to like somewhat try to guess, the sentence, and it doesn't sound like complete gibberish to me. Like when he greets people, I understand what he says. Maybe I can get back to learning Dutch. I think that's one thing he did. I'm considering it because I just want to understand him, and also like hearing the language again that just reignited that spark in me. I want to learn it back. Also, my cat is here, by the way. Say hi to my cat. Anyway, I'm just gonna get on to 2022. I watched Empire's SMP. I found Empire's SMP through my For You page, and it was Smallish Bean's POV, and honestly I clicked off quite fast. Not because he was unentertaining, it's just because I was looking for Lizzie's perspective. And there she was, and I just watched her for like the whole season 1. So it was only until the end of season 1 I started watching other POVs where yes, I finally got back to Smallish Beans. Then I watched Smager and Gem. At this point of time, I was dealing with a really important exam and I was just too lazy to actually rewatch everything. So I was just too tired and also too busy to even watch everyone else's perspectives. So for now, I'm just gonna name my personal favorite empires and character skins from this season. So here are my personal favorite empires. I'm just gonna point out ones that stand out to me. I'm not saying that every other empire that I did not mention is bad or looks ugly or whatever. I'm just talking about the ones that did stand out to me. So personally, it has to be Mozalia, Crystal Cliffs, Rivendell, and the Ocean Empire. I think for Mozalia, it must have been the Mazalian Palace, being one of the biggest, if not the biggest, mega bases in all of Empire's SMP Season 1. I feel like the sheer scale and the amount of colors and how the colors complement each other is just impressive to me, and it is such a good build considering that it is built in survival. Also, I'm a bit biased since this is the first ever mega base that I drew, and honestly I kind of thought it was a bit easier to draw because everything is separated in towers. So that was the trick I used while actually drawing the Mazalian Palace. And actually a funny story, I posted it to Twitter and I tagged Smallish Beans and he replied on my post and it blew up. The only problem is that I deleted the post by accident and I can't find it anymore. So you can choose to trust me on this or not to, I don't know. So another empire is Rivendell. I do not have much to say, but I think it's just color schemes. The way that the Scott's Minecraft skin and the empire just complement each other. Also maybe the lore significance of this place because this is where Zonoff dies if I'm not wrong. Okay, so Crystal Cliffs. I think for me I have a few standout buildings. First is the Wizard Tower with the dragon. I think that's cool, by the way, like to have like a dragon around the Wizard Tower. And secondly is the Crystal Cliffs Academy. Like I feel jealous. Like I wish this was my school, to be honest. Like, it is so big and so grand. It just fits the aesthetic. I think the whole witch aesthetic, it just goes hand in hand. So yeah, I think I'll also put Crystal Cliffs up here. I actually did try to draw Crystal Cliffs, but honestly I gave up because I found it quite hard for me to draw this one. So the Ocean Empire. I feel like one notable build is of course the Prisma Palace, which is Lizzie's mega base. I found this harder to draw than the Marzalian Palace. It was just because of the spiral staircase, and honestly that powers out. Besides that, I did find it quite amazing base. So I also love how everything on this empire is just based off lily pads, and how Lizzie managed to pull it off, considering that she is literally building on water. So I'm gonna start with my personal favorite Minecraft skins. I honestly don't have much commentary about this one, so I'm just gonna get the ones that did stand out to me. It must be Gem, Joel, Lizzie, and Scott. An honorable mention to Shovel as well. I honestly only have a few general overarching points that I could give for these skins. It is the color scheme is nice. It just caught my attention. Like, I do not have, but maybe I can do an Empire's SMP like redesigning video if you guys want me to do that. Or if you have any additional ideas, you can comment down below. You know, it also boosts the engagement of this video so that I can reach more people. Anyway, is it criminal for me to rate everyone's Minecraft skin in Empire's SMP Season 1 by how easy it is to draw? I mean, I'm an artist and the draws is literally in my name because, you know, I'm Violetta Draws. So, okay, so here is like every single Empire's SMP member that I've drawn, ordered accordingly to how hard I find them to draw. I'm going to start with easiest to hardest. First, I have to say before I continue on with this section is that I did not draw every single member of the Empire's SMP because I did not make fan art of every single member. So here are the people that I kind of have to leave out from this section. Sausage, Pixel Riffs, and Pearlescent Moon. I'm sorry I didn't draw them. Editing Lolata here, I forgot to add Joey. So I'm gonna start off with Shovel. I feel like Shovel's design is generally easy, in my opinion. Not saying easy is bad, because honestly as a fan artist, I feel like the easier you make your characters, the more likely I'm about to draw them. I feel like the overalls and the pants are really iconic, and I feel like the overalls and the top, I feel like, you know, it just does fit the vibe and that's going for. It really fits the character, which I think that's the point of character design. You don't need your characters to be over fucking complicated to work. I feel like it is very important that, you know, it communicates who the character is and what kind of personality you can somewhat expect from them. I feel like that is an important part of character design, not just stuffing like 1 million details into your design. I feel like it's generally easier for me to draw her because she's wearing pants, so like I can draw her sitting down and stuff a bit easier. The only thing I had trouble with was hats. Like back then I did not know how to draw hats that well. I actually sucked at drawing hats. So I feel like, no, that's a bit of an issue, so that's why I kind of sucked at it. Next one I have to say is Joel. I feel like Joel is fine. It's like a suit with pants and stuff. Though I did struggle with a bit of how the suit was sitting down, but I feel like his design is generally easy for me to draw in my opinion. But I feel like most of the designs is easy for me to draw, you know, compared to literally what I'm drawing today, which is like what? A portrait, it's not a full body or anything. I did struggle with the suit when he's sitting down, but I did kind of just use fan art to kind of reference how to draw that. I think without fan artists, I wouldn't be here. I mean fellow fan artists, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, Whip. I find Whip is also a really good design. I love the black and red kind of aesthetic is going on. Empire's SMP Season 1 because I didn't watch his perspective. I did draw him once. It was a player hit. I did not draw that much of Whip, to be honest. That kid is also quite drawable, you know, I think. So I'm gonna say Lizzie. And some people might be wondering, isn't Ocean Queen Lizzie easier to draw? Is it have less details or whatever? There's a reason why I put her a bit behind compared to the few that I mentioned earlier. It is because she's wearing a dress. That is enough to freak me the fuck out. Because, let me tell you something. Drawing people with dresses sitting down, specifically dynamic poses, is hard. I still suck at fabric physics till this day. Maybe because I didn't practice it, but still, it doesn't matter. It's fabric physics scares the shit out of me, and that's why I end up drawing her just standing up or not sitting down at all, because I just don't know how to draw people with skirts sitting down. Even if I have drawn her before ESMP a few times or whatever, I feel like I'm just gonna put her in this spot Besides the white dress, I feel like her design is quite simple and it gives me some room for me to just add my own embellishments, which, to be honest, I didn't really do that. So I'll go start with Gem. I think Gem's design is fine, it's just also a witch hat. At this time, as I said before in shop, I did not with hats. I sucked at hats, and I still do not actually. I got better. I think to me it was more of her witch hat as well. I only drew her once, to be honest, like maybe a few times here and there. I did not draw full body. I left Scott for last. Honestly, the only thing that was hard to draw in the outfit was the long fabric things that overlaid his pants. I do not know what to call them, so I'll just call them long fabric things. I feel like they were just hard to draw just because that when he's like sitting down or like other poses, it was hard to figure out where the fabric is and how the fabric acts. As I said before earlier when talking about Lizzie, I just sucked ass at fabric physics, and I still kind of do, but I suck less. That's the beauty of improvement, guys. So, editing Lolata here, I realized I forgot to add Jimmy, so here's my quick opinion on it. I think drawing him wasn't particularly difficult. Maybe it was the fact that for some reason, I had an identity crisis just trying to figure out how to draw him. But overall, I won't say it's that bad. I mean, looking back, this was all just my old recollections of me drawing the characters and not how I think me now would draw them. So it was probably just a ton of skill issues. I mean, I improved a lot ever since the last time I drew Empire's SMP. I think after spending 1 or 2 years drawing Hoyover's characters from like specifically Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail characters, I think my definition of art designs to draw has changed drastically at this point of time. So this section was never made to slander any design, as I understand that Minecraft has limited pixels and all the skin artists and all the artists has done an amazing job designing these designs, and so does the creators choosing the aesthetics of their empires as well. As I need to say one more time, this is just my opinion. So that's the end of today's video. This took me so long to make, but I hope that you guys will enjoy this one. And if you want to see more of me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also join me on my Discord server where you get updates on videos before they're even released. Anyways, have a nice day. Bye.